Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's kaliMonroe and today we are back with a reaction video to an animated scary story. We're with one of my favourite channels of all time at the moment, and that is Wansee Entertainment. This is going to be a short, quick story. It's called The Woman at My House. I haven't watched it, so again, I hope that we all enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's just jump straight into it.
When I was a young kid, we had moved to another house once. One afternoon during the weekend, my dad asked me to go to church with him. However, being a little kid at that time, I was tired of going to church, sitting inside and just praying like that. So I refused, and he soon gave up, and finally, I ended up staying home alone on the weekend. I suddenly felt thirsty while I was enjoying my alone time watching TV. It was about 2 p.m. and I woke up and headed for the kitchen. Then something strange next to the refrigerator caught my eye. It looked like a black silhouette, like a person with short hair and a long skirt. At that moment, I could feel my whole muscle got flinched and strained. Shoot, whatever. I'm not here to drink water. I'm just here to get some tissue. Being scared, I gave up getting some water out of the refrigerator and then went straight to the bathroom.
And that's why you should have gone with
I
your
grabbed
dad.
the toilet paper and began cleaning the place around the TV for no reason. I was really terrified at that time, though. I kept trying not to look at it, but then I realized something more frightening. The head of the silhouette was moving in the same direction that I was moving.
Wow.
Like it was literally watching me. I couldn't stay here anymore, so I ran out of the house. As soon as the front door closed, I ran down to the playground, sat there, and waited for hours until my dad finally came back.
You should have just gone with your dad.
After that day, I remember my dad started to chant the Buddhist scriptures all night long, floating a bowl of water on a small table. In the end, we eventually moved to another place.
Safest option.
He and my dad were talking about a ghost story when he started telling me something about the house we had lived in before. While we were living in the house, my dad started to dream very often. One day, he had a dream that a woman was cutting something in our kitchen. When he got closer, he noticed that she was cutting hair continuously.
What?
Another day, he heard the sound of chopping something damp, like meat. When he got closer, he saw my body was crumpled in the sink, and only my face was on the cutting board. And she had taken my tongue out, and was finally chopping it with a big knife.
Yeah, that's sick.
My dad was able to see her face for the first time in his dream. Her eyes were purely red, and she kept smiling at him and her mouth almost ripped. And she never stopped using the knife. He also said that the woman had short bobbed hair and was wearing a long skirt. I think it was the same day that I saw a woman's silhouette in the kitchen. Since then, Dad has visited the church, asking the pastor for help. He even visited the temple to get a recording tape of the Buddhist scripture from the chief priest and prayed all night, but it was all useless. So we eventually moved out.
Yeah, it's the best thing to do.
And thankfully, my dad no longer had the dream anymore, and I didn't see the shadows in our new house.
He's got scratches on his tongue. See, that's why I like Wansee. They just leave Easter eggs. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That one was crazy. That one was crazy. Alright, we'll jump into another from Wansee Entertainment. I will be leaving the video descriptions in the video description box below. No, I will be leaving the videos in the video description link box below.
Oh my god! Wow!
Alright, so it's from Wansee Entertainment again. The second story is called The Man Standing in Front of the Door. So, we kind of can see what's going to happen here, but let's just jump into it.
I was only 9 at the time, and we had just moved to a better location. Our apartment was on the 6th floor, and was the last one on the landing. It was the furthest you could go from the entrance of the building, and was fairly secluded. The staircase was also completely indoors, with 4 apartments to a floor. One day, I came home from school around 2 p.m. My parents weren't due back for at least another 3 hours.
Why is it always when they're by themselves? Something always happens. especially younger kids. That's why you should just always be safe, always be cautious. I know when you're younger, we've all been there, we think we know it all, we think we're adults in our little adult world because when we're at school, that's what we think we are, but please just be safe out there, kids. It really isn't worth it. This is so not related because we don't even know what's going to happen yet, but the other boy was home alone and now he's going to be home alone. I don't know if you call that a coincidence.
And I set about doing my usual homework, watching TV, and emptying out the fridge.
I could
It
do
was
some
around the
cereal.
time that I settled down for an episode of Babylon 5 that I heard the front doorbell ring. This was very odd, as my parents both had their keys, and no one else usually visited around this time of day. I went over to the front door and asked, "Who is it?"
Oh my days.
I heard a man answer back, "Hello there. I am from the electrical company. We are doing a routine check on the electrical meters. May I come in and inspect yours? It will only take a minute."
No way.
I looked through the peephole and saw a young man, probably nearing his 30s, very clean, neatly dressed, with his hair combed to the side. He held a clipboard in his hand with some papers attached. I was about to
You can order
twist
that off of
open the
Amazon.
lock when something caught my eye. Because of the fisheye view I had on the landing, I could also see a little extra to the sides, on my left and the man's right. I saw a light bouncing from what looked like a sharp metal object.
What?
It took me a second, but I
It's a
clearly
gun.
saw what it was. It was the cutting edge of an axe. Someone was standing right next to the door,
Wow.
attempting to hide from view, holding an axe in their hands. At this point, my memory gets blurry. I remember stepping away from the door and creeping into my room, which was the furthest in the hallway. I closed my door and didn't come back out until my parents got back.
Why didn't you call the
The
police?
bell kept ringing for a few more minutes, and then it finally fell silent. I never told anyone about it
What?
until now. So these were my stories, and I think there's always something important to learn from encounters like this.
Mate, I get that you were
Important to
scared,
learn.
but come on. One, you should have told someone straight away. Two, he could have called the police. He's a child. You know, there's a person out there with an axe. What if they ran and tried to bust the door down and then get into the flat? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But again, a really good one by Wansee. Their work rate is absolutely out of this world. When it comes to animated stories, it's crazy how many that they are able to put out at such good quality. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy their content. So head over to their channel and watch some things and let me know what you think. And if you've got any suggestions, ones that I may have missed or ones that I haven't reacted to, I would love to know your thoughts on that. But anyway, guys, if you have lasted till this point in my video, big shout out to yourself. If you haven't already, please click on that subscribe button. Subscribe, as I do want this community to grow, and I just want it to be a safe space for all of us just to have some fun, and again, doing things that we all have in common, whether it's gaming, whether it's reaction videos and reacting to certain other types of videos. I am all for growing and suggestions. So again, thank you so much. Let me know if you've been here in the comments, click that like button, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Please stay safe wherever you are in the world, day or night. But until next time, I'll see you very soon. Bye.